Hi, and thanks for joining us. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Pronto 2 and some major concepts in just a few minutes. This has been access control for the longest time. This is what we refer to as the second generation architecture. In this model, we still have a server that we have to buy. Because it's client-server based, we must start with a server. Door number one, we have a server, usually running Windows. It has to be running a security server. There's a lot of expense rolled into door number one and having a server to be able to support you. Then, each one of the clients we want to connect back to the server must be running Windows usually and has to have the security software installed itself. So we have management of not only the server but of all the clients, patches, updates for both the security server and Windows, and it must be managed and maintained constantly. And lastly, we're still using this RS-485, basically serial cable if you will. We daisy chain all the system controllers together and they all have to be home run back to the server, creating multiple points of failure and a lot of potential for error. S2 seeks to change all that by first not even having a server. We have a solid state environment that's running a Linux operating system and an Apache web server that allows us to connect to it from anywhere. There is no server or software to install. The same is true also for the client to connect to it. We can use any type of computer, Mac, PC, Linux, from any browser, any operating system, anywhere in the world, in fact. It doesn't matter. There is no per CPU licensing. There is no server licensing. The benefit here, of course, is that if any one of the clients that were connecting back to the server via its web browser were to go down, experience a hard drive crash, or for whatever reason was not able to connect to it, we could simply go over to any other computer on the network, open our web browser, log in, and pick up where we've left off. Lastly, we use Cat5e. Our IP-based solution just uses the most standard and most readily available network cabling. This allows us a lot of flexibility from an install perspective. We can install the individual nodes that manage the individual door hardware close to the edge, closer at the doors themselves, or they could still be home run back to a data or IT closet somewhere, and they just need a simple connection, each one, to your router or switch. The Pronto will also work very well over a wide area network. Every one of the nodes actually maintains a copy of the database itself, up to 20,000 card holders in every single one of the nodes. In the event of network connectivity failure, unlike the server-client dependent model on the previous slide, it still maintains a full copy of the database, the access levels, and all of the time specs that we have in our solution. That means it'll still continue to grant access even in the event of network connectivity failure. These are just some of the many reasons why Pronto might be the right solution for your next installation.